1 week from today, June 21st, is an international celebration known as Make Music Day. Today, we're talking about what that is on PMEA's Take Note podcast. All right, hello everyone, and welcome to today's Take Note podcast. And so we're talking about Make Music Day, right? So we argue that every day should be Make Music Day, right? But there's one day of the year that's a little more special than other days, and that is June 21st, known as Make Music Day. Why is that? What is it? Well, that's what we're going to get into today. So we're talking about it specifically in Pennsylvania. You'll hear in just a minute. It goes a little bit broader than that, but joining me today to talk about that is Vincent James, who is from Make Music Philadelphia. Hi, Vincent, how are you?
Good to see you, Mark.
Great to see you as well. And Brad Whitmer from Make Music Pittsburgh. Welcome, Brad.
Thanks, Mark. Nice to be here and can't wait to talk.
Yeah, so we're excited to talk about Make Music Day. So I guess we just need to get the definition of what that is off the top. Brad, can you tell us a little about what exactly is Make Music Day?
So Make Music Day, to wrap it up into a nice kind of ball, is the global national day of making music, where the whole world, no matter where you're at, no matter where you're from, all walks of life, all walks of age, can come together on this day and join in making music anywhere, pretty much, in their city, in their homes, at their music stores, and it's being recognized nationally, and we're really, just excited in Pittsburgh to be a part of it. But this thing has been growing for many years, and like I said, it's a national, global day of making music, and to also help make awareness for music and music education all over the place.
And if I'm not mistaken, started in France as Fête de la Musique, I believe, if I go back to my high school French class.
Yep.
I don't remember the year, but it was quite a few years ago.
1982.
1982. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So it's quite a few years ago.
And it's now in over 1,000 cities and over 120 countries all over the world right now. So
fantastic. And so the reason that it's June 21st is because that's the summer solstice, longest day of the year. So of course we should celebrate the longest day of the year by
playing music.
Yeah, makes complete sense. So we were going to talk a little bit about what's going on here in Pennsylvania and your cities in just a minute. But first, I'm really curious about how you both came to be involved in Make Music Day and what happens in your cities. Vincent, why don't we start with you in Philadelphia?
Sure, absolutely. So Make Music Philadelphia started actually back in 2013 with a local college station, WXPN, had started it as the founding sponsor. And I had participated a number of times as a musician. And then at one point, I think WXPN needed to walk away because it conflicted with another event that they did. So other volunteers took it over. And then I think it was 2019, if I'm getting my years correct, I went to go look to see what was happening for Make Music Philly, and nothing was happening. And I'm like, what's going on? At this point, it was just a couple of weeks away, and there wasn't really anything I could do, to coordinate. And then I was speaking with Aaron Friedman from, the Make Music Alliance after that, and he invited us, myself and my wife from Keep Music Alive, to kind of help bring Make Music Day back to Philadelphia. And, we were all set to get started, guns blazing last year, 2020. And then we all know what happened. And we ended up having a really nice, fun virtual Make Music Day with, a number of performances happening online, which was a great start. And then this year is the very first year we're getting our experience and getting our feet wet at in-person events, coordinating venues and artists and locations, and which is a whole new experience for us. And, we're having a great time.
And that's no small feat. That is no small feat to make that. Yeah, exactly. To make that happen. As Brad shakes his head, he knows as well. That's no small feat. Brad, tell us your story of kind of how you got involved in Make Music Day.
Yeah. So, well, first off, I've been involved with NAMM for a number of years. So I would always hear about Make Music Day and all these bigger cities than Pittsburgh was. And, people like Casio Keyboard sponsoring a, 50-person jam in the park of Chicago and all types of really cool things. And it just really sparked my interest the more I kind of looked into it. So I guess 3 years ago now, back in 18, I kind of was like poking around, seeing what we could do. I also run a music store here in the area, so I thought, man, let's get kids involved. Let's get everybody involved here. A lot of the venues that at that time were maybe a little bit more adult venues. So I actually started my own location in the city and held my own event with the people of Make Music Pittsburgh in 2018. So we ran an event over in a park in Northside, and we had about 11 different musicians, all from either local schools or the surrounding Northside area. And it went off with such an amazing hitch that I was like, this is something I truly need to be a part of. So I reached out to Make Music Pittsburgh, and at the time it was a very small group, I think of about 2 or 3 people. And they were more ecstatic than anything that I was even reaching out to offer some support and help. And I said, look, I would love to, help Pittsburgh really get on the map with this stuff. And a couple months later, there was actually a bigger board here in Pittsburgh formed of the Make Music Pittsburgh team, and a lot of like-minded people in some different areas of our city and some different areas of music, which blew my mind how awesome all these different genres, ideas, music education, music for all could really just come together and melt together. And what a better way to represent it on one day of the year with a lot of amazing stuff all around this area. And, I was just like, man, what a great way to support, what a great way to participate. And as a musician myself, what a great way to play music and have fun on that day as well. So I'm just very happy and very honored to be a part of the Pittsburgh team. And obviously a lot overcame last year with a really, really big virtual event, and just really looking forward to this year opening up the doors and being outside with more people and doing whatever we can at those events.
So yeah, and full disclosure, I am also a part of that Make Music Pittsburgh advisory committee, and I have to reinforce one of the things you said there, that I've lived here all my life, and I was blown away to find out all of this other musical stuff that was happening in Pittsburgh that I wasn't aware of. And I'm sure there's still even more beyond that, but that's one of the really cool things I think about Make Music Day, is that it's this opportunity to find out about the things you didn't know you didn't know. Yeah. Which is a great thing in life at any point, but certainly cool every June 21st. For sure.
Yes. Yeah. Basically, it causes us, all to come together. Gives us a reason to come together. Because I know just in the short time we've been involved, just like yourself, Mark, we're learning about so many different facets and different organizations and things that go on in and around the city of Philadelphia that previously we had no idea. Mm-hmm. And it's just eye-opening and inspiring. And we're looking forward to continuing to help making this grow, as the years go on.
Yeah, the music ecosystem, it's incredible, right? I mean, it's just amazing. And then once you actually start, connecting some of the dots, it's amazing how many more dots keep connecting, as you sit down and work with people like, oh yeah, okay, I've worked with that person. Yeah, I work with that person. It's pretty incredible, actually.
Yeah, I was going to say too, the connection side of how this can not only grow music, but like you said, bring different pieces that, hey, this group didn't know about this group because of maybe where they're based out of or what kind of music they play. But man, what a great way to have this big network cast all over, not only Pittsburgh, but Philadelphia and many other cities,
And that goes not only for the organizers, but certainly folks who can participate in it. And that's what I want to move to now. I want to hear about some of the things happening in your cities on June 21st as part of Make Music Day, because it's a singular day, but it's not a singular event. It's a lot of different events. So whoever wants to take that one first.
I'll go ahead and jump in first. I mean, we've definitely done a bunch of programming here in Pittsburgh, and I I'm definitely really excited about a lot of the different offerings we got going on. We have everything from, ukulele jam in the park at Shenley Plaza, which is led by our Steel City Ukulele Group, which is a group in the city that meets with probably just over 100 different ukulele players in a couple areas. So I think that's amazing. They're kind of bringing everybody to one central spot to do that. Over at the Pittsburgh Ballet Theater Company, we have piano and yoga by one of our returning supporters, Lydia Killian. She's done this, 4 or 5 years now with Make Music Pittsburgh. And then some other things kind of new this year. We teamed up with an organization called the Farina Foundation, and one of our events at the Community Forge in Wilkinsburg of Pittsburgh is actually going to be a music instrument drive, where we are trafficking any instruments to be donated in any condition to this company. And then the company actually refurbishes or repairs whatever is needed. And they have a program called Play It Forward, where they will then be donating instruments to all age school kids and schools and classrooms that might need it. So that is really, really cool. As well, at that Community Forge event, there's going to be things like the Urban Impact Jazz Band, which is a local urban group out of the north side that's put together all by community. There's a really cool like a sax trio band going to play. And then we have another one of our groups that helped us last year called Plant Music. These guys have done a lot with the Children's Museum and the Children's Centers, where they're actually using photosynthesis and the sounds that growing plants make to interchange that with electronic music. So, a lot of different events for pretty much anybody who can think of it. We have some coffee and tea houses that are just going to have, some acoustic music playing. A really cool place called Ada Coffee and Tea House over in Southside there, as well as Ineffable Cafe. And those kind of places, it's not going to be huge bands playing there, but it's going to be some great, just, casual, easy listening music, folk, jazz, rock. And, anyone can come and have a drink and sit back and relax. I know even one of the ukulele players, I believe Scott Moore, is going to be going after one of the events to one of the coffee houses and then performing his own little solo stuff. So, we really got some cool things. I'm hoping for a big turnout at all these events. And then we recently just got 2 new additions. We have 2 breweries that are going to be having music. Church Brewworks is going to be having an all original singer-songwriter guy who he does a lot with like the local Pittsburgh Songwriters Guild. And then we just got word that Trace Brewing down in Shady Side is also going to have 3 bands, some local bands, and actually one of their chefs was so interested in kind of really cool to this idea that his band is also going to play for Make Music Pittsburgh at their venue. So just really exciting, just a lot of different, jazz and folk and rock and hip hop. And, the piano and yoga really has me intrigued because I saw it last year and it was just really cool. So, no matter what age you are, no matter what you're into, or if you're trying to find something new, man, what a great day to go around and check out some of these events,
And makemusicpittsburgh.org is the Pittsburgh way to find that.
Yeah, makemusicpittsburgh.org. And we also have a lot going on our Facebook page. So just look up facebook.com, Make Music Pittsburgh.
All right, now let's go. Let's cross the state real quick. And in Philadelphia, Vincent, tell us what do you guys have planned out there?
Well, Brad's got me really excited. If I had a second day, we'd head out there to see check some of the stuff happening there. We have a number of different opportunities going on, ranging from musicians and bands playing at different venues, both in the city and outside the nearby counties that surround Philadelphia. Some of the participatory events that we're having, there's a ukulele circle that we're actually putting on at the Kelly Center, which is just outside the Philadelphia boundary. We have a sundown bucket drumming at sundown happening at a music school. Again, in the county just outside of Philadelphia. And then in Philadelphia, we have the local Musicians Union has a group of musicians that are going to be putting on a participatory event at a local park, Clark Park, where they're going to be inviting people, kids of all ages and adults to bring their stringed instruments and to participate, playing with them. And I think also in Clark Park, there's going to be flower pot music session at a different time, and that's in the evening, where people are going to bring their flower pots. We're going to have mallets, and I think there's a special piece that the Make Music Alliance has provided that they're going to learn and play together, which I think that's going to be pretty amazing. There's something called Community Ring. There's a company called Mallmark that's a NAM member, and I think it's Bucks County. And they're doing something, the Community Ring, where they are manufacture hand chimes and cajones, and they're doing 3 different sessions during the day. I think 10 o'clock, 1 o'clock, and 3 o'clock, where they're going to participate. People come and play and join in playing different pieces of music. And you don't have, like Brad said, it doesn't matter what your ability is. Doesn't matter. You're just interested, curious, want to come have fun. It's like an instrument petting zoo, with a little bit of organization around it. And they're actually having another local business come in with soft pretzels and ice cream just to sweeten the pot for the kids, the
Nice.
adults that want to come participate. And then I think it's J.W. Pepper, which I didn't even know until doing this with Make Music Philadelphia, is the largest sheet music wholesaler in the world, is right in our backyard. And their staff members are offering free music lessons on about a dozen different instruments from 12:30 to 3:30 at their location. And it keeps growing every day. As we started this up a couple months ago, we weren't really sure how the pandemic was going to go, whether we're going to get to do any in-person events. Many of the venues we reached out to said they weren't going to be open for in-person or didn't have enough staff to support by the June 21st. But as we get closer, more and more are coming in and saying, all right, yes, we can do it. Yes, we can do it. And I know I was thrilled when Milk Boy in South Street, South Street is a, world famous avenue there in Philadelphia, and they're hosting music that night from, I think, like 5 to 8 p.m., which is great, to have a location on South Street doing it, just kind of helping to spread the word. And we're planting a lot of seeds this year, and whatever we end up with this year is going to be that much more magnified in 2022.
Where do people find out more about what's going on in Philadelphia?
Makemusicphilly.org, and you just click on the, all the websites, you click on the listings button there in the front, and it'll show you what's happening. And then we're also on Facebook, and we'll be posting more regularly with different special events that are going on.
So what I love about what you've both described is some participatory events that certainly you can come in at whatever level you want to come in at, but also there are performances. There are so many great performances, and it's not just, hey, I'm going to go see this one person. There's a lineup, and you're going to be exposed to people that in groups that you may have never seen right in your own city. And I love that. And there's food and beer. I mean, come on, what more do we need? Food, beer, and music. I mean, we're set, right? Exactly.
Yes, we're sold.
Yeah, we're sold. Exactly. Okay, so we've talked about Pittsburgh and Philadelphia because that's where there's actual established, organizing groups, and this is a growing process around the world. But one of the things that's so cool about this is that you can actually participate in this from anywhere. You can participate virtually. Talk to us a little about what are the ways that you can participate if you're not in Pittsburgh or Philadelphia.
Well, I know the Make Music Alliance has a number of events that you can participate in during the day, or even register for prior at makemusicday.org, ranging from various lessons that you can take from different professionals on different areas. And like you said, you can take these lessons from anywhere in the world. And I know there's other things going on, the My Song is Your Song, the American Song, and Brad, help me out. I know there's other ones that are going on.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of different stuff like that. And obviously, if you go to the actual Make Music Alliance site, which is makemusic.org, you can connect pretty much to any city, any country, and join in their live stream. And as well, like for us, we will be doing some live streaming of some of the events. So for people who can't make it maybe to piano and yoga, they might be able to see that live. But yeah, you can you can join in a multitude of different ways, and it doesn't have to be in your own city. You know, if you're a native of Boston, but you just happen to live in Pittsburgh and you want to go back and participate, hey, you can log right in and find yourself some links. And I know even a couple of the bar venues here in the city have announced that they actually have, you know, live stream capabilities. So they'll probably even be streaming from their own sites. So, you know, when someone sees an event at Trace Brewing, if it's not live on the Make Music Pittsburgh site, they could probably find that link and go right to Trace Brewing and watch it right from there, which I think is awesome. But yeah, it's, you know, really, there's no limitations here. And I think what's beautiful about some of this right now, this conversion of virtual and in-person, outdoor, live, is that no matter your comfort level, no matter where you're at in this whole process of what took place, you can still feel comfortable enough to join in anyway.
Yes.
And I love the idea, you know, you can stay at home, and we've learned this over the last year, but you can stay at home and travel the world. And all of these musical things happening that day, you truly can stay home and travel the world. You know, if you go to the Make Music main website, and you can see the lists of cities and then go to their individual websites and then see what's going on in their cities. It's a fantastic day for sure.
Yes, and if you're a musician or a band and you want to actually play live on that day, no matter where you are, if there's a venue, a porch, a backyard, a patio, or a business that's willing to host you, by all means, you know, we encourage you to go out wherever you are. Interesting thing here, some of you may be familiar with something called Porch Fest, which happens around the country. And I didn't realize how big that was here in Philadelphia, here in West Philadelphia. And just last Saturday, there was over 100 porches hosting live music from noon to 6 p.m. on a rotating basis, which to me was just amazing. So the pent-up demand for musicians and artists and bands to get out there and start playing live again somewhere. So don't feel like you have to worry about where it is. If there's some place where you can take your music, your bands, your artists, and get out there and perform in public, that is what Make Music Day is about. That's what, you know, Fête de la Musique in France was about. People were on street corners playing music.
Yeah.
You know, that's where it started. So it doesn't really matter. Anything goes. I think the Alliance likes to call it the free-for-all music festival.
Sure. And the other big thing is, you know, with this great virtual world and social media, the minute you start hashtagging Make Music Day, it's going to start connecting everybody else who's using that same thing. So you never know where it lands, and you never know what you kind of will encounter and see after that, you know. So it's a very exciting day for sure.
And I would certainly encourage our PMEA members to push this information out to students, and they can go and see, hey, where's something that I might be interested in that is out of the realm of what I'm doing in class, that they just might be interested in, and find something else going on in their city. So it's kind of like, being a tourist in your own city, I think, in a lot of ways, because I think people will find out a lot of things happening there. So certainly encourage that, and PMEA members as well, the teachers as well, but certainly students, it's a great thing. So Vincent and Brad, thank you so much for taking some time to talk to us today about Make Music Day. Wish you the best of luck on June 21st and the best of weather as well for all of those outdoor venues.
Yes.
And to all of you, thank you for joining us on PMEA's Take Note podcast, presented by the Slippery Rock University Music Department. We also want to thank our sponsors, the Bucknell University Music Department, Lebanon Valley College, and Robert M. Sides Family Music Centers. We'll see you next time.